I mean, Real Madrid seem to have turned into the fight club. The players at the moment are holding a crisis meeting at their training ground after some extraordinary events over the last 24 hours. What happened yesterday is that there was a physical confrontation between two Real Madrid players on the training pitch, between Federico Valverde and Aurelien Tchouameni. Now, we see that kind of thing happen a lot, but this was a fight on the training pitch. Normally then what happens is that the players kiss and make up. What happened here is the players came back to training today, trained again, and there was another altercation. Nothing was settled. At the end of the training session, they went back into the dressing room and there was a fight between the two players, and it ended up with Valverde having to go to hospital with a suspected head injury. Now, thankfully, he was discharged pretty quickly, and he returned to Real Madrid's training ground for this crisis meeting with his teammates. Now, Real Madrid executives, led by the president, Florentino Perez, are investigating, and the players will be disciplined. I mean, these are extraordinary events, especially in respect to the fact that they've got this big game against their rivals, Barcelona, on Sunday night. Now, they're not going to win the title. They're not going to win anything this season. They're playing for pride. Barcelona 11 points clear at the top of La Liga, and they just need a point to clinch the title. But things going from bad to worse at Real Madrid.
Harry, have you ever been in an altercation with somebody?
There was a certain Mr. Wright when he first came to Arsenal,
yes.
and we used to give him the yellow bib on purpose on a Friday because obviously it was the record signing, and it was all like premeditated. And he lost it on about the third Friday, I think, and I was in the bath, and he come and asked me outside. And I was like,
what did you do?
I was like, unless you want to turn it into Women in Love with Alan Bates and Oliver Reed, it's not the right time at the minute. And so we had not actually fisticuffs then, but there was words said.
Okay.
And then the next on the Saturday, we used to get meet up at South Harts Golf Club for our pre-match, and his car was in the car park, and I was second in, and I'm like, all right, it was like something out of a spaghetti western. And you think, I can't sit in my car because it means that I'm bottling it. So Wright got out of his car and he was walking towards me. And my dad said when I was a kid, if you're going to get in a fight, you make sure you get your first punch in first. So I had my fists clenched, ready to go. And we got closer and closer. And he gave me a massive hug like that. And he went, sorry about it. And I just said, we're just mucking around. We all give each other, like stick and whatever. So, and we're really good mates now. So, yeah. So it nearly did. I was close.
It ended nicely.
Yes, yeah, we're big buddies.
This sounds like it's anything but ending nicely. But not only that, we've got a petition for Kylian Mbappe to leave the club from 30 million.
This is an extraordinary story. I mean, apparently more than 32 million people have signed this petition because they want Kylian Mbappe out of Real Madrid, even though he's scored 41 goals for them this season, and he scored 44 times for them last season, and they got him on a free transfer from PSG. The reason they're so unhappy with him is because they feel that he's been injured for a couple of weeks, and he's got a glamorous girlfriend who's a very famous Spanish actress, Esther Exposito, and he got on a private jet and went on a romantic getaway with his partner to Sardinia.
Don't we all?
to Sardinia for a few days.
Yes.
Of course, being a famous actress and being a famous footballer, the paparazzi were there, all over social media, all over the Spanish newspapers. Real Madrid's up in arms. What is this guy doing? We are not going to win a trophy again. He's supposed to be injured. He should be at the training ground. Now, his representatives came out and said, this is a storm in a teacup. The player's injured. He was given permission to leave for a couple of days. He's still sticking to his rehab program. Get off his back. Now, the good news is that he's back at the training ground. His rehab has been progressing really well, and I think it's now expected that he will be available to feature if selected against Barcelona on Sunday
You can relate
night.
to this story,
and he's not fighting, so it's all right. I mean, what you said there, Kaveh, you said like Fight Club, but the difference is what goes in a Fight Club stays in Fight Club. It's Real Madrid. It's exactly. Yeah. And it's egos. It's massive egos. There's no control at that club whatsoever. And the El Clasico game coming up, neither team has ever won the La Liga by winning the El Clasico game. 97 years, it's never happened. You imagine Real Madrid fans
Like
going
clinching
now.
that.
Exactly now, going...
You know, the one person who can sort this club out is Jose Mourinho.
I knew you were going to say that.
And he is the favourite to get the job, to return to Real Madrid. And really interestingly, according to one of our colleagues, Gary Cottrell, he says that Jose Mourinho has a break clause in his contract at Benfica. So as soon as Benfica's season ends, which I think is on the 16th or 17th of this month, there's a 10-day period where anybody can pay €3 million, £2.5 million, to release him from his Benfica contract. And the expectation is that that is exactly what Real Madrid will do, and it will be down to Jose Mourinho to have to clean up this mess.
The thing as well, though, right? How nuts is that? Like, you're talking about ego, so what you do is just go and get another bigger ego. Go on, you sort it out. Away you go. It is what could go crazy. It is crazy. It's brilliant, isn't it? Like, good stories, but...
Can I just ask you how you would feel if one of your key players had an injury and then went on a weekend to Sardinia when a big game is... Would it irk you at all as a player?
On a private jet?
If he was my mate, I'd want to go with him, to be honest. I'd be a bit fed up with that. But the thing is, what players are very selfish, right? And as Kaveh said there, Kylian Mbappe has actually been scoring goals this season.
41.
So personally, as long as he turns up and he's fit for a clash and he's scoring goals, I don't care what he does. It wouldn't bother me at all. But if he's not performing, and we said about, the big egos there at Real Madrid, and you know full well that the manager has no say whatsoever. He has no authority. So the players don't care. If you go back to Carlo Ancelotti, it just shows what a brilliant job he did in managing those massive, massive egos. And I know that it's been quite well documented that Unai Emery might be in for the Real Madrid job. Can you imagine him wanting to go